What up? Greetings and salutations. Zube here. Today is January 6th, 2021, and this is a horoscope, and I'm going to pull some tarot cards. Oh my God, you guys, today's chart just looks really hard. I had to write down everything that's going on. Basically, it feels like trigger projection city. Okay. The moon had its first quarter square with the sun. The moon is our emotions, our reactions. The moon is in Libra right now, so it kind of wants to be enjoying itself and having a good time and sharing things with others, right? I think that's going to be a little bit difficult. So the moon is also going to be squaring Pluto and Mercury. Mars is at the last degree of Aries, moving into a square with Saturn. You know what? I'm just going to show you guys like really quick. Okay. So basically, like to put this simply, the blue lines are like pretty symbiotic stuff generally, right? And the red lines are difficult aspects. This is a little bit of an unfair representation, or not the whole picture, because it's almost too much of a picture. This site uses orbs that I don't. Basically, some of them don't apply, is basically what I'm saying. We've got a couple of good things going on. The moon is sextile the south node and trining the north node, and I'll get to that in a minute. And then we've got the sun sextile to Neptune, but like all this stuff is hard. All this stuff is hard. I'm going to stop sharing now. So the moon is about our emotions and our reactions. And the more, but this is kind of me. I mean, whatever, my astrology channel is in my flavor, you know what I'm saying? So take it for what it is. But if you are easy to rile up, you're going to get riled up today, right? But if we can like gauge keep our emotions and our reactions in check and be observant. I'm not necessarily a pacifist. The more that I get on this spiritual journey, I just keep shit to myself, right? That's not everybody's way, and that's not everyone's path, you know. I used to be very reactive. But anyway, just be mindful that you'll probably be easily triggered today. Okay. I've been triggered on Facebook a few times. It's kind of a fun like journey. I actually like getting triggered, especially by dumb shit, because it just like leads to self exploration. Oh, hold on, check it out. I have a belly button. Navel gazing. Anyway, Mars in the last degree, moving into that square with Saturn. Jupiter is moving into the square with Uranus. The following days are only going to get a little bit tougher, right? And this is micro level, macro level. I'm not even going to get into the macro level. I think the world is going to get tough, but there is that sextile and the trine to the south and the north node, and that feels like to me a real chance to grow, right? So the south node in Sagittarius, the south node are things that were lessons that we're kind of moving away from, ways of being that we fall back on, right? And the North Node is where we as a collective are moving toward. And the South Node is in Sagittarius. And I've said this before, but Sagittarius is kind of like the more negative fallback aspects that we might have are you know-it-alls, like people with like big visions that kind of project their bigger picture out and um want followers, and it's of like professorial and guru like, right? And Gemini is about details and information and smaller groups of people. Something that just kind of came in is like, if you're looking at the world, you might have a bad time today, right? Look to, where are you, what is around you, smaller groups of people. But that the moon, if we stay in our heart and we're cognizant of our reactions and apply ourselves when it feels right to do so, or when we can do it in a measured way, right? um and we use our experiences for growth. um if we're helping the people around us, um then that if everybody did that, it would help the world at large, right? Kumbaya, fuck whatever. um I don't know, but today for sure definitely feels touchy. We'll say that. I'm gonna pull some cards and see what they say. My stomach actually hurt when I looked at the chart today. I was like, oh my goodness. So I'm going to do a moonology. And I know it's a little bit late in the day, but I think it's going to get increasingly more energetic as the day goes on, right? Um, your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. Holy shit, I fucking love it when that happens. We literally just, oh no, we had the third quarter. Never mind. Your commitment is being tested. That's going to resonate on an individual way in every sense of the card. So I kind of have, I, I'm nothing if not an honest reader. Like, I'll tell you when I don't know. Um, Gosh, that's going to mean so many different things to so many people. Your commitment is being tested. What are you committed to? Um, Evaluate your commitments, and be sure to be committed to yourself, not in a selfish, unloving way, but make sure that you're committed to your own growth, because the more that you grow, the more you help other people. And the more useful we are, um, when we're committed to our own growth. And I also get with that kind of a sense of, you know, applying ourselves in a measured manner, um, is also a test of commitment, because it's like we can burn ourselves out. We run around or like react to every little thing. Um, let's see what we got going on today. Are we the Five of Pentacles? Are we being needy? Okay. Are we reacting to things because we need for them to happen? So I kind of love this card because the story is that these two they're in pretty bad shape, and they're trudging through the snow, at kind of huddled over and lost in their own sorrow and their own sense of loss and their own sense of lack. And they're passing by these lights, right? And the lights look to be a church where they could possibly get sustenance, and not only sustenance, but spirit and connection and divine, guidance. And so it's about being like in such a place of need, and that's needing material things, but also like I'm thinking of like needing a particular outcome, needing drama, even like just needing anything, right? um that's that. Are you committed to something because you need it, right? I'm gonna get spiritual advice. Move away. This is about leaving painful things behind us. Yeah, this is a quite a day. um these people are they've got their swords. They haven't forgotten about their pain, okay, but they're leaving it behind. You even see like the water here behind them is choppy, and where they're moving, it's not a fucking rainbow, okay? There's not a rainbow they're moving towards, but they're moving away from this place of like pain and lack. And this is also like victimhood. um and they're ready to start fresh, but they have to have a little bit of faith, you know what I mean. The water is smoother here, but there's no party, there's no clowns and unicorns flying around, they're just moving towards something more peaceful. And sometimes peaceful looks like not much, right? um your commitment is being tested. I mean, we're not moving towards wonderful things. Yeah, that I'm gonna put one more. um I don't even know if I really need Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is if it, this one feels like it's a new beginning. The wands are fire, so that's like spirit, creativity. The page is childlike energy, right? So we might have this like little flicker of faith, um childlike faith in something, you know what I mean? But it could be easily put out by someone that knows more than you, or somebody who um or by like one experience that feels bigger than your tiny little flame. um but yeah, self-doubt, move away from self-doubt. Your commitment to yourself is being tested. That's what this feels like. It's gonna be a day. Hang in there. I think tomorrow's gonna be more fun. Peace. Namaste.